Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Marvelous Monday. I'm Leslie Watkins. So today is officially the first day that the subscriptions for the April Watercolor Card Club open up. It actually started on the 16th, but because of all the holidays and everything else, I'm sure a lot of you were busy doing other things. So today I wanted to take a minute to show you what the Watercolor Card Club kit looks like and give you a little information about it because I've had a lot of questions. So before we get into it, I just want to put this host code up on the screen. So this is the host code that you can use, and if you use that with your anything that you get for the Watercolor Card Club, you will get a little gift from me with orders of $100 or more. So I also have this host code posted on the Facebook page, and there's also a link so that you can get the Daffodil Daydream stamp set, which is what the subject is going to be this month. Now, you have a choice. So with the Watercolor Card Club, you can learn to paint with either watercolor or with inks. And each month there's a different subject. And for those of you out there who are interested in stamping, I also have a coordinating stamp set that I use with the lesson. Now, I would encourage everybody to get out your #2 pencils and start sketching from nature. So if you have daffodils growing in your yard, or if you can get some at the supermarket or your florist, that would be the very best thing. And I will give you some tips on how to get started sketching from your live specimens. But I know a lot of you are not confident at this point to begin doing that, and maybe the stamped image will be a little more conducive to you getting started to paint, which is the important thing. So basically, you have two different types of subscriptions. There is the video only option, and then there is the option that includes a kit. And the kind of paper that we use in the kit is the Fluid 100 watercolor paper. It comes in a pack like this, and this is available in my online store, as are all the other things that I mention in the Painting with Ink kit. And you will find that below this video there will be links so that you can take a look at some of those things and see if you might be interested in getting them. With the video only option, it's just that you get a video tutorial that shows you how I go about painting a particular subject. As I mentioned, this one coming up is going to be daffodils, which is a very exciting subject to paint because as a botanical specimen, they provide a lot of different form. And so the lesson this month will be about how to model the form of the daffodil. So that's going to be really important going forward because you can apply that to all of your future botanical subjects as well. And so that's the video only option. You also have the option of getting the full subscription, which includes a monthly kit, which I'm going to show you in just a minute. It also gives you an invitation to join the Facebook page. This is a private group where you can share your images. You can find all sorts of additional videos and bonus materials. There are material lists and reference photos and all sorts of stuff. So that's a really nice thing to have access to. And probably the most important thing is that when you subscribe to the full subscription, you're invited to a live Zoom class where you can show your pictures, you can get critiques, you can ask questions, and you can get a preview of that month's instructional video, which you will then be able to access at your leisure. So that's really the way to go if you're interested in getting a more thorough understanding of each month's lesson. So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to mention before we open this. Oh, yes. So you also, when you sign up, you also have the option to get a painting with ink kit or a watercolor kit. And they are similar in that they have the same paper and some of the same items in the kit, but one is geared particularly for paper crafters so that you can use your re-inkers. So, and I'm talking about these little re-inkers that we use to replenish our stamp pads. These can be used as you would watercolor paints, and they work really nicely. They're just a little bit different, but a lot of fun, and very saturated dye colors. So that's one way to go. Or the traditional watercolor kit, which includes a brush and paints and professional quality pigments that will get you started on the right foot. The kit is mailed to you each month, and it's wrapped in a pretty piece of designer series paper. They change from package to package, so whatever I happen to have on hand. I have a label on there that lets you know which month it's for, and you get a little length of ribbon that you can recycle and use in your projects. And then inside the kit, you have your watercolor paper that you can stamp or sketch your images on. You have a coordinating mat in the color that I've selected to go with that month's subject. You get 4 card bases, folded, scored, ready to go, with matching envelopes, and you get some practice paper. And this is really important because you're going to be given a homework assignment, and I want you to practice what it is that we're working on so that you will be prepared to have questions to bring to our live Zoom meeting. So that's really important. It's all about getting used to handling the pigment and the inks, the watercolors, and so practice is really going to help you. Now, occasionally, not always, but occasionally, you will get a little surprise from me in your kit. And particularly if you've been with me for a while, to show my appreciation, I might include a embellishment or some other little goodie just to thank you for being a part of the club. So that's basically it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. The way you can learn more about this is by going to my website at dandelioncottagedesign.com, okay, and subscribe to notes. And when you get on the mailing list, I will be able to send you information about the Watercolor Card Club, my regular monthly card classes, special events, special deals, discounts, all sorts of goodies. So you want to get on that mailing list to be notified of everything that I have coming up. And also, right here on my Facebook page, you will be able to click on a link that will take you directly to the Watercolor Card Club subscription. So please do that. Please like and follow my pages both on Facebook and YouTube. It makes a big difference. It will also help you to be notified of when I'm going live and when things are happening around here at Dandelion Cottage. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to direct message me, send me an email, make a comment below, and I will do my best to give you the information that you need. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back on Wednesday for Watercolor Wednesday with a very special Daffodil edition. I'm going to be painting a painting and not doing a lot of talking, just doing a demonstration. So it's going to be a special edition, so mark your calendar for that. Follow the page to be notified as I'm ready to go live, and I will see you then. Stay happy, stay well, stay creative.